Hi, my name is Jessica. I was born on August 27th, 2000 in Oxford, England. My dad is white and my mom is Korean, making me half white and half Korean. When someone asks what my race is, I usually just answer white, as to me, I think race is how others see you. I would say my ethnicity is Asian American, because I interpret ethnicity as the combined races of my parents. My gender and sex is both female. However, I do realize that some people may feel differently about the two, and identify themselves differently than the sex they were given at birth. I would describe my sexual orientation as heterosexual. My first language was English, but I also knew how to speak Korean when I was younger. Since leaving Korea when I was 3, I forgot much of the language since it was used very little at home. My religious background is Christian, as I believe that there is both God and Jesus. I have always studied the Bible since I was growing up, and I still do. I have lived in 4 different countries because my dad was in the Air Force and he got stationed in different bases every couple years. We lived in England, Korea, and Japan before we permanently moved to the hot, sunny city of Las Vegas. It has always been just my mom, dad, and younger sister. Both my parents have worked ever since I was born. My parents have their 2 years associate's degree and have always encouraged me to have higher educational goals. I have attended good public schools all my life and plan to start my master's program as soon as I finish my 4 years at UNLV. I would say our social class is middle class. I'm currently working now to help contribute. My dad went on numerous deployments, leaving the 3 of us without him. Everyone in my nuclear family is expected to share household chores. Since both my parents work, my sister and I are expected to pull our weight. Both my parents have greatly supported my sister and I in every possible way. My autobiography helps me better understand the world differently by using my own experiences to relate to others. My identity is what makes me so different from everybody else. But in reality, we are all the same, trying to live our best lives.
Hey everyone, my name is Albriel and I'm gonna be doing a Draw My Life video. So right now I'm drawing a strong, independent woman who just recently cut her hair short because, that's how we do things. But anyway, I identify my gender as a woman and my sex as a female. I think those are 2 different words with 2 different meanings. That's why it's important to emphasize the difference between those 2. If you're wondering which social class I associate with, I can't really say anything about that because it actually depends on where you are. For example, in the Philippines, my family can be considered in the upper middle class, and in Chicago it may be in the lower middle class, and in Vegas can be in the middle class. But right now I'm drawing a cute little map to show you where I came from, and for my race, I consider myself as a Southeast Asian. For my ethnicity, I am 100% Filipino. I came from the Philippines, and it is probably one of the main identities that I consider myself in because I grew up my entire life in the Philippines. And so my native language is Tagalog, which is the Filipino language. I also know a Filipino dialect, which is Batangueño, and I can also speak English. I can understand a little bit of Spanish just because Tagalog and Spanish are similar because the Spaniards colonized the Philippines back in the days. Anyway, I also know high school Turkish, but it was only for 2 years. Of course, in different places, I had to speak in different languages. My name actually changes wherever I go. In some places, it's Aubriel. Some people call me Aubrey, others it's Obs, and in the Philippines, they call me Obie. So everyone in my family is Roman Catholic. I have faith in God, and ever since I was little, we always go to church every Sunday, and I memorized all those prayers, the rosary, and I actually went to a private Catholic school in the Philippines when I was in my grade school and high school. I also went to a charter school when I moved here in Chicago at Chicago Math and Science Academy, and I also went to a private college for my first year at Loyola University Chicago, and currently I'm studying at UNLV. I can say that one of the most interesting things about me is that I've actually moved 14 times in my entire life. I grew up in the capital city of the Philippines, which is Manila. Then we had to move to the province of Batangas and then back again to the city of Valenzuela. And then we migrated here in the US, but we lived in Chicago for a little while and then moved to Vegas. If you're wondering, yes, you name it all. I've been everywhere in different kinds of places, urban, suburban, and rural. So I also got to experience living in different house settings. In one house, I've lived with my extended family, and another, I've experienced living with all women except my brother. And I also got an opportunity to live in a place with just me, my mom, and my brother. But I also did lived in a one bedroom apartment with four different families squishing together under one roof. And I've also lived alone for a little while. It does sound like a crazy adventure for some, but I'm actually grateful for everything that I've been through. All these experiences made me the person who I am today. It molded me into a strong, independent woman, and I've become more matured and responsible at such a young age. Although my mom always say to stay humble, and I think it's really a good idea to look back and realize the things that you've been through in order to prepare you for what's coming next in your future. So that's basically um, some of the things that I want to share with you guys about my life, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, bye!